just got evicted. I don't have nowhere to go.
That's not my problem, bro. You can find you somewhere else to go.
Move in. I done brought all my shit.
But you can't come.
I'm definitely coming. Are you kidding me?
Go to your man house.
What you doing me like this? You acting like you don't know who I am. I done brought all my shit.
Got bags and shit. I don't give a fuck about that. Hey, take your ass to the Salvation Army.
I don't have nowhere to go.
Go to the shelter. Go somewhere, but you can't be here. Get the step. What the
And now what if I sleep on this motherfucking step?
Hey, that's your problem. You better call your man.
I'm not going nowhere.
No.
Shit in my hand. You
Hey, that's not my problem, bro. No. Yes, bye.
What?
Welcome to the channel, everybody. We have a video today by Sean Blazington. Let's get right into it.
Everyone, so I am posting super late today. Rough morning. I just found out I don't have any more stamps, which I don't know how that's possible because I turned what I needed in online. They have it where you can't even get in contact or even check your card through the phone. They keep directing you to a site to check your balance. I could definitely tell they made a lot of changes, but that sucks for me and my family because, you know, we don't really have that much food and things like that. And now I may have to do this process all over. It's so hard to get in contact with anyone. It's really, this is not a good time. And then I still need help with my rent. I got an email back from my leasing office. She just said she never received my last email. I sent it again, no response. So I'm just in a tough place right now, and I can use some help on my getting help with my rent.
24 days.
I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming when you start seeing I start seeing these videos being posted more and more. These ladies come up here, they're either crying or midway through the video they start crying because they need help. Always need help.
Until I'm officially evicted and out on the streets for a month. All because I decided to come on the World Wide Web and post that I paid $50 in rent in a 2-bedroom in a 10-story building.
What?
Which I could have kept it to myself, not bragged about it. But I did that. And one of you taxpayers went and found out where I lived and told my housing management. So now I have to leave because y'all got into my business that much. That y'all care.
First of all, nobody got into your business. You told your business.
What I got going on. At this point, I'm just taking it day by day. I have no plan.
Most ladies don't.
To be honest, I don't know what's next. I do know after the month, they already told me that I can go somewhere else. They already have the place, but it's not going to be ready for 2 months. So I do know that much, that I'm not going to be on the streets for long. But I'm saying after the 30 days is up, I don't know what I'm doing next. Like, I don't know where. I guess I could sleep in my car for a month, which is super uncomfortable. But I guess you got to deal with being uncomfortable. That's the consequences of my actions. But that's what's going on so far. 24 months. I mean, 24 months. I wish. 24 days. And I'm out on the street in the cold. Things suck. I don't miss Thanksgiving. Everything.
She worried about the wrong stuff in life.
That's it. That's all.
And you can hear that first of all, she worried about the wrong thing in life. And how most ladies are, they have no type of plan. They live month to month. Some of them don't even live month to month. They live day by day. She even has a little baby. So now her and the baby have to go sleep outside or panhandle to find a place to stay because she wasn't making the necessary steps for a successful future.
All the fights that I put up to try to get assistance, I just got the 14-day eviction notice. My birthday's next Wednesday, and that following Wednesday, I have to leave my house. And I'm way too calm right now. Like, I don't know what's going to happen next. This was not on my 2025 bingo card or any of them. But the link is in my profile. If you guys could help, any dollar amount helps. Thank you.
Today we're talking about the good, bad, and the ugly. Everybody's losing their man. I'm talking about their cars, their houses, their clothes, their families. There's nothing that people can hold on to nowadays except for the weight around their waist. The struggle is getting realer and realer every day. It's like a man trying to bench press 1,000 pounds. The struggle is... People out here losing their homes. Then they messed around and lost their minds.
My housing. I'm about to lose my housing over $10 goddamn dollars.
I'll give her 30 seconds before the tears start
a quarter pound of
coming.
meal costs more than that. Last month, y'all know I lost my job, and I was late on my rent. But I knew that once you're late on your rent, y'all know the drill here in North Carolina, you get your late fee added to your rent, and then you get a notice to pay or quit. Now, that notice to pay or quit literally means you have this amount of time to make your balance even, or you gotta move. It took me all the way up until the very end of October to get October's rent paid, but I did it. And my notice to pay or quit was not over until the end of the first week of November. So like November 6th or 7th, something like that. I got an eviction notice on my door saying that my October rent was unpaid and November has also been added to the balance. So as of next week, I am due in court to try to convince a judge that me and my 2 children deserve housing. The reason why they filed the eviction was because when I paid my October rent a week before the notice to vacate was over, I mistakenly left $10.24 off. So because of that $10, my property manager decided that he would not email me, that he would not call me, that he would not notify me that, hey, we know your notice to vacate is coming up soon. Please pay the $10. Nope. Instead, he decided to go file the eviction and then added November's rent. And in his email to me also made it clear that my court date was right after the December 1st rent is due. So he will also be adding December's rent onto it too. So when I go to court, it's going to look like I haven't paid my rent in 3 months. I try to tell people how to get ahead of your crisis, where to go, who to talk to, not to be ashamed of telling your story so that you can get the help that you need. When I first lost my job, that's what I did. I immediately went and got assistance. As a matter of fact, that's how I met you. That's how I met you. But the part that nobody talks about is that you can stabilize for that 30 days, and most of your bills are going to work on that 30-day cycle. People are still trying to find work sometimes 60, 90, 120 days and beyond. I am one of those people. That's when the support gets thin. Because now you don't have recent pay stubs to show anybody. Now you don't have an income to say that at minimum this month I make this much. Because see, they care about giving you support and knowing that you can support yourself from there on. If you can't support yourself from there on, then you're not someone that fits in the boxes that they need to continue to get grant support federally, sometimes corporate. Currently, I don't.
Where are the tears at? She's sniffling and she's wiping, but where is it? Where are the tears? Your face is bone dry. Your face is bone dry. What you wiping away?
In that box. And I talked to as many organizations as I possibly could. I called, I visited, never mind the fact that this is the end of the year almost, and a lot of programs are no longer taking referrals for the rest of 2025. If my work has helped you at all, if
she asking for $1,
you felt more informed because of the work I'm doing, I am asking y'all for your support. I never wanted to get on here and have to do this, but if I don't do something, me and my 2 babies are not going to have a place to stay. So I am asking you guys to use my link that says buy me a coffee and just, I don't care if it's $5. I have to figure out how to get this rent paid. I have to figure out how to keep my housing until I am able to secure a job, or maybe even until I am able to figure out how everything that I'm doing here on the platform, right now I don't have it. So I am asking for your help. Even the smallest amount will help move things forward for me. I don't know what's going to happen next week when I go to court. I've never even been to eviction court before in my life. Just, if you can help, please do. Even if you just share this video, that would be helpful. Thank you for being here with me, regardless of what happens with me. I hope that you'll always remember that community is your center. And whether I continue to do this work online or not, I hope that you never forget that piece.
See, and this is why I just don't fall for it. They talk about how community, women only want to talk about community and everything when they need help. When they finally realize, oh, I'm not this strong, independent boss babe that I thought I was. I actually need community to come in and help me. Let me run back to the community. She has 2 children. Where are the fathers at? Where are the fathers? Or father? Are you not receiving child support? That no man is there to help you as you wipe away no tears from a bone dry face? I just don't feel sorry for these type of ladies anymore. To me, it's just like, it is what it is.
That what I've done so far, I hope that it has helped. And that you find solace and peace in knowing that information is indeed power. Thank you.
Man, I really do respect sisters like this, because she can get out there and make some money and come back with a bag full of cash. This is what I call going through a humble struggle. But even if they did want to be strippers, the strip club drying up. These times we living in is like a stripper's G-string. People tight with the money. You got elderly people begging for cash. Back in the day, elderly people was the people with the cash. It used to be people living with their grandmamas. Now their grandmamas living with them, but their grandmothers can't live with them no more because they getting evicted and they ain't got nowhere to stay.
This is about as much energy as you're gonna get from me, because I have been like really sick and crying for the last 24 hours, so I can't even like sit up to do anything. But it can be really embarrassing asking for help, but I have a very large platform on here, so I figured that I might as well also ask for help on here. I unexpectedly had to move out of my apartment yesterday, and move back into my childhood home, which is not really a stable place for me because I can't stay here long term. And I was able to get approved for a new home that I'd be renting, and I can sign the lease this weekend, but I can't fully afford everything that I need for the security deposit and the first month of rent because it's explained in my GoFundMe, but I've been out of work for 17 months because I am extremely mentally ill and physically ill. I lost my health insurance, so I'm no longer on the medications that I've been on for years, and withdrawing from one of the medications is literally causing me to go blind and lose my eyesight. But despite all of that, I'm trying my best to return to work in about a week because I really don't have any other options. So I'd be back to stable income in about a week, but obviously it's going to take a couple of weeks for me to get my first paycheck, and I need to have things paid for this week if I don't want to lose the opportunity to get that rental. This is kind of my last-ditch effort to remedy the situation. Like, you all follow me, especially if you followed me for years, you know how heavily I struggle with my mental health, and my bipolar disorder is quite literally killing me at this point. Like, I don't have the will to live or will to keep going, but I'm like, maybe if I can get into a stable place, then I can start from there and then figure everything out from there. But I mean, I don't know. So anyway, I do have a GoFundMe posted. I can also accept like Cash App or PayPal. My Cash App is the Notorious Neff, and my PayPal is my full name, so Nefertiti Herbert. Like I said, this is kind of like my last-ditch effort, but if you're able to share, if you're not able to donate, even just sharing would be really helpful. So anything you can do to help, I would really, really appreciate it. Thank you.
It amazes me how people talk all proper when their situation messed up, but when they got the job, they want to pull up, knocking that loud music, showing up late, going in there with an attitude. And then when they lose that job, they late on the rent, they got to figure out a way to pay it. Now they want to talk on proper, like that's going to get them a decent education. And on top of that, 90% of these people be broke. The reason why the dating market so dried up is because men figured out that a lot of women just using them for money or to get by or to have a little extra cash. I mean, a little bit of extra money ain't never hurt nobody. So that's why a lot of these men out here not trying to deal with it all together, because they're not trying to be played, they're not trying to be used, and that's why the dating scene is doomed.
We are literally...
Listen, no lies were spoken right there. No, and these, mind you, are the strong, independent women that say that men are trash, they don't need a man. These are the exact same ones that come out here, try to live this Sex in the City lifestyle, and then end up going broke. Or a lot of them are already broke. They just end up accruing more debt.
The Hunger Games of dating. It's nothing but lust and lies. It seems like everybody's cheating nowadays, and you don't know if it's with another woman or if it's with a man. STDs spreading around like confetti. Married men are the most single men on this earth. They out looking for a girlfriend when they got a whole wife. Like, sir, go home. Why did you even get married? It's only like 5 men left that don't have a baby mama. You damn near got to do detective work if you want to date somebody. Like, why does it have to be all that? You either want to be with somebody or you don't.
I don't even know how to describe it, but it's just like, as soon as the person that you're talking to gets an idea that you like them, oh, brother, you're done for. Like, your ass is grass. And I just don't understand when the objective of dating has switched to that. Like, this shit, the world is losing the plot on love, man. Like, we're losing the plot.
If you are from Baltimore, please stop strolling. Me and my children have been looking for affordable housing or shelter for the last couple months now. I'm going through an eviction, and I have done everything that I possibly could to stop it. When I try to find resources in Baltimore to help us, there is none. It's like literally no resources for mothers and children. Every shelter that I have called has been full.
The resource that you're looking for is called a husband.
On top of it all, last year around October, I was approved for a subsidized unit in Perkins Housing, only to be told after I went through compliance twice and my application was approved that it was an error on the staff and that I really shouldn't even have made it to the compliance part of the application. So they turned me away with no type of compensation or anything after I told my landlord I was going to move. And I'm trying to tell them, like, hey, this is my life. I have called so many agencies and none of them have any resources. They constantly tell me to call the Mayor's Office of Homeless Services. I've been calling this number for months. They never have any space in the shelter. And when I talk to people directly, they literally just call the number and tell me the exact same thing that the hotline told me. I have emailed so many people trying to get help and I literally have not gotten any help. Like, it's less than a week that me and my kids have. Like, and I'm terrified. Finally, the mayor emailed me back yesterday after I sent out several emails. I appreciate him emailing me back, but literally nobody has really reached out to me besides a lady who gave me a referral, and then when I called the shelter, they didn't even have space. Like, she didn't even call to make sure that they could accommodate me and my children. Now, granted, I do have a lot of kids, but I never had a housing voucher or Section 8. Like, this is the first time that I'm really reaching out for help. And I'm wondering, what are other mothers and fathers doing in the city when they're down on their luck and need help. Like, there's literally no resources. And on top of that, I have mental health issues. Like, I'm just keeping it real. Like, I have to take medication. Like, I'm doing the best that I can to hold it together for me and my kids. And if you're asking where the fathers are of my children, they're struggling too. If I could go to them for help.
Of course. Of course, man. Of course. Instead of getting with a good one, you got yourself a little pookie, huh? You got yourself a little pookie. Kevin Samuels, man, you can't make this up.
Place to live, I definitely would. But if you're seeing this video, please tag the mayor or any state official that could possibly help me. Like, I know there has to be a budget for homeless services. Like, there's no hotel vouchers. There's nothing to help me. And the fact that I was approved for a subsidized unit and then turned away with no type of compensation, like, that's absolutely ridiculous. Like, me and my kids have less than a week that we could possibly be on the street.
Why does dating suck in this era? The answer is men. Men are the reason that dating sucks. Oh, but you can't say that. Well, there's always, of course there are exceptions, but overwhelmingly, and statistics back this up, men are the reason that relationships and dating suck. Not only do they no longer want to pursue women, they only want her if she doesn't want him back. As soon as she shows any type of interest, as soon as she lets her walls down, as soon as she lets him get to know her, he loses interest. As soon as she expresses how much she likes him, he's like, I don't like you that much anymore. I know a lot of single women can agree.
I guarantee she's only talking about her circumstances. She's going through this. There's no facts or data, whatever she's referring to, that backs up what she's saying right now. She's lying. This is something that personally happened to her.
That this happens so frequently. I've seen videos about how we'll be dating someone that pursued us, initiated contact with us, and they'll do everything that we want as far as pursuing. They'll take us out, they'll be a gentleman, they will say the right thing. And then as soon as you start to like them back and show the tiniest ounce of interest, they're like, oh, I'm just really busy. It's sick. They only want the chase. And yes, I know there's going to be men in the comments disagreeing with me, calling me all sorts of names, saying that I need to choose better men. But here's the thing. Choosing better men looks like not choosing men at all. Being single, not having kids, not getting married. And that's also a problem for men. So what we're not going to do is sit here and tell women to choose better men when men need to be better men. The last 4 or 5 guys that I have gone on a date with,
there it is,
and have actually liked and continue to talk to after the date, regardless of if we ever slept together or not, it always starts and ends the same way. It starts with them showing a lot of interest, love bombing me, wanting to plan something ASAP, taking me out, buttering me up. The date goes well. They want to see me again. I'm amazing. I'm beautiful. I'm gorgeous. I'm so much fun to be around. And then I'm like, okay, like things might actually be going well. I'm not going to have too many expectations, but let's just see what happens. And then all of a sudden, they randomly just like stop talking to you. They go from texting you all day, every day, when can I see you again, to, oh, well, I'm just really busy with work, or I just have a lot on my plate right now. And then you're like, okay, like I get it. Just can you let me know instead of like not talking to me for 2 days? Because in my mind, if you're not talking to me for 2 days, that means you've ghosted me or you died. Communication, just being like, hey, I have a really busy day going on. Can I talk to you later? That's literally all it takes. Or you can be like, hey, I don't think we're a good match. You're a cool person, but I just don't think I see a future with us. I would rather that than you just ghosting me. This has happened to me over and over and over again. And men always say that they're like afraid of rejection, right? But I just saw a video talking about how at least men don't get rejected once you've already let your guard down and started to work towards a relationship. That's what happens to women. They act like they're...
Yes, they do. It's called divorce. Not only do they not only do they get blindsided, but they get half of their stuff taken from them too. So if your only thing is worrying about being ghosted, let's honestly think about this. Okay, fine. You get ghosted. Terrible thing. But at least you got something out of it. At least you got a couple of free dinners, some cool trips, or whatever it is. You get things out of it. Men do this, put all this effort forward, and then we still don't get anything out of it. Another thing, men aren't scared of rejection. They just don't want, they're scared of like the women falsely accusing them of stuff or blatantly being a jerk just to feed their own ego. And like I said before, she's only talking about the 5 or 6 guys that she dealt with. By the way, ma'am, the common denominator is you. A lot of men stop talking to women because once they get to know you, they're like, this chick is either crazy or she has nothing upstairs in her head or she's just a liability at this point. But you'll never hear a woman say that.
In us. They tell us all the things we want to hear. They might even do all the things that we're looking for. And then, like that, they switch it up. They slowly just pull away. And then they always hit us with, I'm just really busy right now. It never fails to amaze me how unoriginal men are. Again, this is not about choosing better men. Men are doing this on such a large scale that thousands of women or more know exactly what I'm talking about because we're all dealing with the same shit. Why we say hetero relationships typically only work out when the man likes the woman a little bit more than she likes him. When it's the other way around, it never works.
That's not
true.
true.
When we say that we want men who yearn, we mean consistently. We mean for the whole relationship, not just in the beginning. If you're just gonna pull back as soon as I'm like, oh my God, I like you too, what's the point? Don't bother me in the first place.
She's annoying, but guys, I can see why the men stop talking to her. She's just annoying and she talks a lot. Guys, that's it for today's video. Comment down below. What do you think is going on with these single mothers? Why do you feel like there are no, or not feel, why do you think that there are no men making these videos? I haven't seen not one video made by men talking about they're getting evicted and all this other nonsense. Can you please send them $5? Like, you don't see guys making these videos. Like, what is the reason? Comment down below your thoughts. Thank you for the support for the channel. Oh, check out these 2 videos. Both of these are really good. I'll see you on another one.